Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on LTC BTC. Right now we're up 1.0 or just flipped over 1.1%. And I wanted to run a few things past you here, and I want to see if you guys are seeing the same thing that I was. So this is pretty interesting, but you give me your commentary down low. Let me know what you think. And if you like this channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you. We'll dive into this. So first of all, I want to point out this fact here, guys. It looks like we're on our second impulse wave here. So what it looks like here is that this was our 1. Here was a shallow 2 onto that 20 EMA. We're on the third wave right now. And most likely, guys, we could even push up a little higher here, even though we're so extended at that 100 and 100 on our stochastic RSI. So pay attention to that. But what I'm looking at to see if this third wave will make it up to this red resistance line here. And that would be great. If we could hit that and then come back for our fourth, our corrective wave, somewhere in here, find support there, guys, and then make that higher high and move up there for wave number 5, that would be something that would be incredible for Litecoin. And I want you to put that on your radar, because right now we're getting a golden cross of the 20 EMA over top of the 100-day moving average right there. You can see we're up above our 20 EMA, we're up above our 50, we're up above the 100, up above the 200. We had great support, a bullish engulfing candle off the 200-day moving average. So this is a very strong move, guys. This is serious what's taking place right now. And take a look at that volume as well. So what I'm looking at, since we're so overbought right now, potentially running up a little bit more, having a little bit more, excuse me guys, a little bit more juice in this move here, make it up to that 0.01834, and then have that corrective wave before we potentially set a higher high. And this has just been beautiful. I mean, you can take this here. What I want to show you all, this is the trend line that's the most important for me, that we want to see us stay above in the long term. And we'll do a rough one here. This trend line right there. That's what I'm paying extremely close attention to. Even if we had, guys, something crazy happen and we had some type of a pullback onto that, as long as we find good volume off it again like that, that's great. And what's cool about this trend line angle, so when your angle's more shallow, like this one is, so we'll put this is around, we'll say 10 to 12%. This basically should be viewed almost as a concrete wall. We've had a bullish engulfing candle here. We had a touch here. We had a huge gap here, which makes it even stronger. So if we were to pull back over time into this area, guys, I would look at that as a spot to go long as well again. But right now, if you're in positions, you want to be sitting in your position. You want to pay attention to where we're going to top out here. And if you're just a hodler, keep holding. But if you're a person who's trading, you would want to release somewhere up in here, depending on what we do with this resistance there, and then wait for some type of correction to come back in. And what you can see is this first impulse wave came on volume. Okay, we had a retracement, volume decreased. And then look at that second impulse wave. And then we look for the corrective, and then our third impulse wave. And then we could look for our ABC, and that completes a market cycle. Guys, market cycles, these can be completed from sub-minuet all the way to grand super cycles is what we're talking about here. So that's what I want you to pay attention to. This very easily could be your 1, 2, 3, pullback 4, 5. Then we have an ABC, and then we start back up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, because we're in an uptrend. And that's what I've been reading about and what I've been studying on. What I like to do, guys, I like to pay attention, number 1, to moving averages, trend lines, support, resistance, volume. I like Fibonacci, stochastics, RSI, MACD. I like all that. And then I want to throw in the Elliott wave theory, because it's just a theory, and a lot of the times it won't play out exactly like that, but sometimes it will. And if you can start spotting this stuff, then you can start to predict the market a little bit more and have some type of idea of the plan that you want to have going forward to the upside as well as the downside. Okay, so let's see if we get a little bit more of a move up here. And also pay attention to that stochastic though, guys. On the 1 day, we're at 100 and 100 right now, so there's going to have to be some type of cooling off period so that we can continue to keep moving higher. That's just how the game works. Every time you have a huge spike, look over here, huge spike, what happened after that? Okay, there always has to be, but you see higher lows were continuously being set, so this was still healthy. We're still in a bull market there. It goes from short term, guys, to intermediate term to longer term in terms of bull markets and bear markets. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some other indicators and see how they're looking. Let's go to our RSI and see how overbought we are. So right now on the RSI, we're at 83. So we're going to need some cooling down. You can see before when we've got this high, before we've started to fall. We've got that high before here. Look how far we fell. And then you can almost see an inverted head and shoulders there. Isn't that interesting with the line graph or the RSI? I basically play the RSI like a line graph, guys. I'll do trend line break, support, resistance, all that from it. So as you see it with these, we're very overbought right now. I bet our Bollinger Bands, we'll go to these next, we're going to be at the top of the Bollinger Bands. And thank you, whoever it was who, I'll have to go back and look through the comments, who suggested that about hitting the stars, well, not to save it. I didn't know that, so I'll continue to do that. I appreciate it. But right now, we are out of those bands right there. So everything's saying that we need some type of a cool down. May get a little more kick up, but we need some type of a cool down to start happening so that we can continue a healthy move. And that's what I'm looking for, guys. And then let's look at our MACD, which our MACD is probably going to be looking just beautiful. That's really a lagging indicator, guys, so it's probably going to have a nice cross and pointing up. So we'll take a look here. Yeah, so that's beautiful. The histogram's been rising, just continuously moving. You can see here, we went neutral, guys, and then it started to come down, and we bounced back up again. That's why you always want to just wait for confirmations. If you're in positions, this can get really overextended to the upside as well as the downside, and I've tried to stress that point with people before. It's not like traditional stocks, to where a lot of the times on the RSI on the one day, if it gets a few notches over 70, people say, oh my goodness, it's overbought, and then you're going to start selling. But in cryptocurrency, it can get into the 90s before it's done fully pumping. So that's what you want to look for to the upside as well as the downside. You remember the bear market, how overextended we could get on those waves. So, you know, guys, this is what I wanted to bring to you. I just wanted to put it on your radar. You take a look. We're getting a golden cross there. I mean, there's a lot of great things happening. We had a golden cross of our 20 over top of that 50, and that's basically what pushed us up higher. So, you know, it's just something that's on my radar. Wanted to put it on yours as well. Let me know down below what you think. God bless each and every one of you.